So we have a big breaking news coming out. Please share this video. Today is March 17, 2025, and welcome to the Real GS News channel. Guys, before I start, give this video a big thumbs up, and once again, thank you so much for your support. So Persia warns the US, any aggression will be met with a decisive response. So you have Persia and you have Donald sending urgent warning message. Alright, so I just posted a video about this one here. The US president sent a message. Every shot fired by the group, again from Yemen, will be looked upon from this point forward as being a shot fired from the weapons and leadership, here we go, of Persia, Iran, and Persia will be held responsible. And to suffer the consequences, and those consequences will be dire. Alright, so once again, you have Persia, they're sending their warning to the US. Any aggression will be met with a decisive response. So we're going to see what's going on here, guys. And I just posted a video not too long ago about Donald's message. The link will be in the comments box. The title to it is going to be America, You Need to Hear This. So that's going to be the title in the comments box. And yeah, tensions are really high between Persia and the sleeping giant, Iran and the US. I do believe that big things is going to come to the MidEast. I believe that we're going to see something, a huge biblical war between Persia, the Holy Land, and the sleeping giant. Alright, so buckle up on this one here, guys. And I want to thank every single one of you for your support. For those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. And for those of you that want to contribute to the channel, we do have the Cash App link and the PayPal link in the description box and the comments box. Guys, whenever you support us, either through PayPal or Cash App, my email is in the description box. If you guys want to send us an email, say, hey, I'm the person that, support your channel. Again, so that way I could message you back and, just to give my thanks. Because, again, when it comes to Cash App, it's only emojis. I mean, I can't reply and nothing. The only thing I could do is send emojis like the heart emojis and stuff. But I want to, again, give my thanks to many of you. And if you can, just email me, Santiago, Santiago, Luis, Luis, 226 at gmail.com. I want to thank every single one of you. Thank you so much for that support. All right, so let's see what's going on here, guys. And it's St. Patrick's Day, right? I see people dressed in green. And guys, again, I lost track of, all these days. And happy St. Patrick's Day. Please do not get crazy and drunk. I know, again, I have to do Uber Eats later, and that's like one of the busiest holiday. And sometime when I drop off orders, and I mean, last year there was some crazy people, and please be safe out there. All right, so it says here, Persia Foreign Ministry spokesman, I'm gonna skip his name, has issued a strong warning following recent sleeping giant threats, emphasizing that Persia will not tolerate any violation of its sovereignty. We will respond firmly and with all our might, to any aggression against the territorial integrity, security, and national interest of Persia. There is no doubt about that. Man. Alright, so we're going to get to the full article on this one here. But let me just bring Donald's message really quick, alright? So Donald sent a message to Persia. Let nobody be fooled. The hundreds of strikes being made by the group out in Yemen, the sinister mobsters and the thugs based in Yemen who are hated by the people, all emanate from and are created by, Persia. Any further strike or retaliation by the groups will be met with great force. Man, these two are really sending strong messages here. And there is no guarantee that the force will stop there. Persia has played the innocent victim of Rogu, I'm going to skip that name, from which they lost control. But they haven't lost control. They're dictating every move, giving them the weapons, supplying them with money and highly sophisticated equipment, and even so-called intelligence. Every shot fired by the group will be looked upon from this point forward as being a shot fired from the weapons and leadership of Persia, and Persia will be held responsible and suffer the consequences, and those consequences will be dire. Donald, who, the sleeping giant leader. All right, so these two are really sending strong messages here, guys. Remember, Donald said that he's not going to allow Persia to have nuclear, and when that day comes, military action. So that's why I believe something big is going to hit the fan in the MidEast. It's going to hit really, really hard. The Bible says, Jesus says in the Gospel of Luke and Matthew, Mark, John, that there will be nation against nations and kingdom against kingdom. These are great times of Bible prophecy. We are living it. We are seeing it. We are witnessing scriptures happening right in front of our faces. These are exciting news. The signs of the heaven of the blood moon and the planets that were aligning. Everything is happening right in front of our faces. But people are being distracted with the things of the world. The things of the world, again, cell phones or video games, or, again, people are being really, really distracted. People need to start waking up, opening up the King James Version, filling their minds with wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Now, Persia will give a decisive and definite response to any act of aggression, says a spokesman for Persia's foreign ministry, amid sleeping giant warning against the Persians over its support for Yemen. All right, so they're sending a message. At least 53, mostly women and young ones, were out, and 101 others were impacted. Again, follow me with the code words. I got hit this morning. One of my videos got hit. I received an email from this platform. So, again, follow me with the code words. 101 others were impacted. When I say impacted, here we go. I'm going to highlight it. There you go. Impacted. After the sleeping giant carried out the first strike against Yemen since Donald took office in January. Now, the sleeping giant launched its large-scale military strike on the Yemeni capital and multiple other provinces across the country on Saturday night. We will respond decisively to any aggression against Persia, territorial integrity, and its national security and interest. There is no doubt about this. I'm going to skip his name, told reporter at his weekly press conference on Monday. All right, so very important message was sent. Donald sent one, Persia sent one. And we not seeing dialogue here. We seeing warnings. Tomorrow, March 18th, Vladimir and Putin is going to speak. Donald and Putin is going to speak over the phone when it comes to the ceasefire. So that's going to be big. All right, so Donald, in a statement on Saturday, said that the sleeping giant holds Persia fully accountable for its support for Yemen, movement. He said support for the movement must end immediately, warning that Washington will hold Persia fully accountable. Now, guys, Benjamin, that's the Prime Minister of the Holy Land. Remember Benjamin, when he was here like a month ago, he gave a statement. He said Donald will lead the way when it comes to the biblical war in the MidEast. All right, so again, we are seeing that Donald is opening up something here when it comes to the biblical war. Not Benjamin, Donald. All right, so once again, this person added that the Yemeni Gov and people independently make decision about the measures they deem necessary to support the legitimate resistance of the Palestinian people. He condemned that the sleeping giant act of aggression against the country as a violation of all principles of the UN Charter and international law. Persia spokesman called on the international community, the Muslim countries and organization, I'm gonna skip that, to take swift action regarding the sleeping giant strike. Wow. So he's trying to bring in a lot of countries. Hey, we need you. We need all the countries. We need to come together. We need to get rid of them. Get out, the sleeping giant out the Red Sea and other territories. Wow. Very contradictory messages. Wow. Again, like I say, these messages are warnings. In response to a question about Donald's letter to Persia, this person said that the sleeping giant sends very contradictory messages simultaneously with its expression of readiness for negotiation. The sleeping giant imposed extensive sanctions on various Persian commercial and manufacturing sectors. Now, Washington words do not match its actions. He said, referring to the Treasury Department latest sanctions on Persia oil ministers and some vessels that are part of a fleet involved in the Persian crude oil export. The Persian spokesman reiterated what the sleeping giant has failed to remain committed to its obligations over the past 10-15 years, adding that Washington raised the issue of talks just as a political means in psychological warfare and not as a way to solve disputes. Our response is clear, this person asserted, adding that Persia currently has no intention to publicize the details of Donald's letter, dismissing speculation in this regard. Now, you guys know Donald sent a letter, a very powerful letter to the supreme leader of Persia, saying, hey, there's two options here. We could work peace, or we could do this military style. End the nuke stuff, the uranium stuff, finish it. I'm not going to allow you to have nukes. So they responded back and say, we're not going to be bullied. We're not going to negotiate with people that bully and stuff. And you don't tell us what to do. Again, you don't work for us. You're not our leader and stuff. So we do what we got to do. If you want to act crazy, go ahead and act crazy. Because we could act crazy too. And there's going to be a crazy piñata going on here. So again, that letter really, really, really pissed off the supreme leader of Persia. It says here, Persia would respond to the letter through the appropriate channels after completing the reviews, the diplomat said. He rejected any link between the Persian foreign minister, I'm going to skip his name, short pre-planned visit to the Oman on Sunday, and the sleeping giant letter saying regional countries should hold intensive consultation given that the very hasty developments in the region. The sleeping giant, I can't say that word there, guys. I truly apologize. So this person further said that Donald administration possible travel restrictions for the citizens of dozens of countries, mainly, states, clearly show the sleeping giant. Okay, based on, Okay, so I'm just going to highlight all this here. You guys know Donald has a travel restriction ban on, I don't know how many countries. I think it's in the 40s, maybe less than that. The travel ban on Persian nationals to the sleeping giant is also a clear sign of hostility and animosity of sleeping giant politicians and policymakers towards the Persian nations, he emphasized. There's a reason why he's doing that, because it's a possibility we might see biblical war. We don't want to see sleepers being activated here. And there's a lot of sleepers. Believe it or not, there's a lot of sleepers already within the sleeping giant. Especially 20 million that came into our sleeping giant under Joe. You best believe there was at least a couple of thousands that came in. And they don't have to be from Persia. These sleepers could be from different parts of the, nations. He added that the move is part of the sleeping giant pressure tactics against Persia that have been implemented in various forms at different times. meeting with the IAEA chief. This person also said Persia Deputy Foreign Minister will meet UN Nuclear Agency chief at the agency headquarters in Vienna on Monday. Very important meeting going on today. He noted that the meeting is part of our ongoing engagement with the International Atomic Energy Agencies. This person took part in talks with his Russian and the Red Dragon counterparts in Beijing on Friday. That was during the blood moon. That was during the blood moon. So you had the Red Dragon, the Bear, and Persia. They were talking about nuclear during the blood moon. This person said, as warning against Persia peaceful nuclear facility have increased, it is natural for us to intensify consultation with the IAEA, the Holy Land main beneficiary of regional tension, asked about military tension between Lebanon and Syria. You have this person said, it is truly regrettable that such confrontation are occurring among the countries of the region and among neighbors following regional developments. We believe that only the beneficiary of these developments is the Holy Land, which has no intention but to disintegrate Syria and weaken the neighboring and regional countries, the Persian spokesperson emphasized. He expressed hope that Syria ruling HTS regime would manage the incident and attitude correctly to prevent their reoccurrence. Alright, so that's what's going on right now. Two nations are sending messages back and forth. Alright, so we do have the sleeping giant. Donna issued another warning to Persia. From now on, every shot fired by these groups will be considered as a shot fired by the equipment and leadership of Persia, and Persia will be held accountable and suffer the consequences. It's just a matter of time when things start hitting the fan. So what does that mean? Does that mean that Donald is going to strike Persia? You can, again, there's a possibility. Who knows? Maybe Donald is going to... sanctions seems like it's not working, because the sleeping giant has slapped a whole bunch of sanctions on Persia. I think Persia is like number one. North Korea is number two when it comes with the most sanctions. But nowadays, you have country avoiding sanctions, and that's through Bitcoin or, other currencies. Oh boy, is this true? Reports coming out. Look at this. Persia had been ordered to put all missiles forces on a state of full alert. Hold on. This information just came out now. I'm not seeing any source. And this is coming out from I'm not gonna say the name, Persia Observer. Almost 500,000 followers. They put out like all these information from their country. So there's a possibility this could be the real deal here, guys. Once again, this information came out 3 minutes ago. Look, it came out 3 minutes ago. So they're doing this right after Donald sent the message. So here we go, 3 minutes ago, right? You see that 3 minutes? And then you got this one here that was that Donald put out the message. Persia now reports there are reports that the Persians had received order to place all missile troops on alert. Wow. Hmm. And I mentioned at the very beginning that big surprise is coming. I feel like something's gonna hit the fan. Uh, I I believe we're gonna see a big one here, guys. I believe 100% Donald's gonna drop the hammer on Persia. Wow. Woo. Everybody's talking about it now. 30 seconds ago. Reports coming out that Persia had been ordered to put all missile force on state of alert. Wow. Give me a second here, guys. We have breaking news. CENTCOM is putting out the information. Sleeping Giant Navy 5th Fleet moves to sustain combat operation in CENTCOM region. The Sleeping Giant Navy's 5th Fleet has reportedly entered a phase of sustained combat operation in the CENTCOM area of responsibility, signaling a major escalation in the ongoing conflict in the Red Sea, Gulf of Aden, and beyond. Wow, man. Oh boy. This development follows intensified U.S. and U.K. airstrike against those group in Yemen and comes amid reports of growing Persia Iranian involvement in the region. The Sleeping Giant officials have accused Persia of providing intelligence and logistical support to Yemen's forces, assisting their highly effective strike on Sleeping Giant in the Holy Land and allied shipping. So what does this mean? Expanded Sleeping Giant engagements. 5th Fleet is now prepared for prolonged military action, including preemptive strike, maritime blockades, and increased direct confrontation with the Yemen forces. Heightened naval warfare. Expect more interception airstrike and retaliatory drone missile strike on Sleeping Giant warship and bases in the region. Escalation with Persia. This move suggests that the Sleeping Giant is preparing for a broader military confrontation that could involve direct strike on Persia-linked assist if tensions continue to rise. Wow. All these information will be shared on my Twitter page. The Twitter link will be in the description box. Please share the video. Subscribe, hit the notification bell. This is where we at right now, guys. This is where we at. Now, my next video is going to be later tonight around 7. I have to go to my job and my second job. But, give me a second here. Sleeping Giant surveillance aircraft off coast of Persia right now after Donald warning. The group vowed retaliation for Sleeping Giant strike in Yemen. This thing is going to hit the oh, man. Wow. You got Sleeping Giant here. You got Persia right there. Ooh, man. This thing is going to hit the fan. That thing is really close. Wow. Buckle up. Buckle up. This thing is going to be huge. And again, because of this here, so tensions are really high because you got these two. You got Donald and Persia sending warning messages. Check out the video I posted today, guys, about Donald's message. Okay, so this is all the information here. This is all the info. Again, the latest one, it's basically this one here. The Sleeping Giant 5th Fleet is now engaged in ongoing combat operation, CENTCOM region. We don't want to hear our ship out there getting impacted, but yeah, sending prayers to many, many out there. And Sleeping Giant base is on high alert. Alright, guys, I'm going to end it here. I will keep you updated. Again, follow me on Twitter, and please share the video. And my next video is going to be later on tonight. But again, thank you so much for your support, either through PayPal or Cash App, or the $1 a month Patreon. Again, Patreon, we go live once a week, so it could be any day of the week: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. Again, that's when, you know, I can't give a specific day because, again, I'm constantly so busy, but I do go live once a week. And when I go live, I notify everyone on YouTube and also my Twitter page. But $1 a month is another way to support the channel. All right, so thank you so much for your support. For those of you that want to send us letters, a prayer request, you send it to me, Luis Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. Once again, guys, $1 a month Patreon. We get to access to our live stream every Monday. We talk about things that we cannot talk about on the platform. Also, I posted videos today. Those links will be in the comments box. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Put your faith and trust in Jesus Christ, for He's the only way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to the Father except through Jesus. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.